Hi guys, welcome back to L&D Home. In today's video, we are going to be sharing our top 6 Christmas decorating tips to ensure that you have a beautiful home during the holidays. Our first tip is to use some regular home decor. It can be really tempting to go out and buy a ton of Christmas decorations, take down all of your normal decor that's in your home, pack it away, and basically throw up Christmas all over your house. While it looks really beautiful, it can be really expensive, and your regular home decor, especially if it's neutral, can actually elevate those beautiful reds and greens and golds and colors that people use during the holiday season. So we always recommend looking at some of those neutral home decor pieces that you have, risers and lanterns and things like that, that can stay out during the holiday season because it's going to cost you less money in the end, and you're not going to have to store all of that. Piggybacking off of tip number 1 is tip number 2, and that is to use those lanterns. Now, not everybody does a farmhouse style like us, so maybe you don't have lanterns, but we have quite a few, maybe too many, but we do have quite a few. And one thing that we love to do is we love to throw some ornaments inside of those lanterns. We usually go to Dollar Tree, grab some ornaments. They're really cheap. You can get them in packs for only $1, or we can use some leftover ornaments that we have. Now, when I say ornaments, I'm talking about those round ones. You just dump them right into your lantern, and all of a sudden, your plain favorite lantern that you kept out for the season because it was regular home decor now becomes something really festive and can even be a statement piece if the lantern is quite large, like some of the ones that we have in our home. Tip number 3 is lit garland. Now, I know it can get expensive, but hold with us for a second. I love a good Lifetime and Hallmark movie, and one of my favorite things is all of the lit garland in the homes. And I know it's kind of pricey, but Walmart has some really good deals, as well as you can make your own. A lot of our lit garland is actually made. We took Dollar Tree garland and Christmas lights, and we braided it all together and made our own lit garland at the length that we needed, and it was fairly inexpensive. We love having all of these lights and greenery just around our home, and it really brings a lot to any room. Going along with that tip is something that we use to hang our garland. Now, in previous years, we have taken that staple gun and we have gone ham all over. And yeah, I mean, it held and the garland looked great until we took it down and there were tiny little holes all over our walls. So we actually decided to use mini command hooks. Those little tiny ones, we get the clear ones, and that's how we hang our garland in our entryways now, because we like to do garland in our entryways in our home. We just think it's really beautiful. A tip on that is to reverse your command strips. So if the opening for the first one is here, the next one you put down, you want the opening to be opposite. That way, when you slide your garland in, it kind of weaves and it gives it a stronger hold. And at the end of the season, when you pack up all of your beautiful lit garland, all you have to do is pull the command strips right off your wall, and there will be no little tiny nail holes for you to fill all over the place. We love using ribbon on our tree. This was something that we started doing last year, and we will be doing it every single year. We went with a burlap ribbon that we actually had left over from our wedding a few years ago, and that was from Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree is a great place to get wired ribbon. I suggest it's wired because you want to be able to bend it and maneuver it in the way that you want. And you can find that ribbon in store, but also online. We are Dollar Tree affiliates, shameless plug. But if you click the link down in the description, they have great things online. But ribbon can really bring a lot to the tree. You can do it in a color scheme, you can do a neutral, and it just kind of fancies up the tree a little bit. Along with that, I think it's really beautiful to have a color scheme to your tree. It can get a little bit overwhelming when there's just a lot of colors thrown on. So we like really deep reds and deep greens. So we decided to go with these deep red ornaments that were going to be the base of the ornaments on our tree. The rest of the ornaments that we've picked out over the years are kind of that farmhouse vibe. They have the deep reds and the deep greens and that kind of those neutral colors. And we just want a nice theme for our tree because it helps it look really cohesive. We also do this just in our home in general. When we pick out decorations, we want to make sure they're the colors that we want and the style that we want, so everything kind of vibes together. For a bonus tip, we want to make sure the kiddos are involved. If you have children, you know that they want to be involved in the process. And if you're like us, and we have a very meticulous way of doing things, especially with our theme tree and all of our decorations, we don't want them to feel completely left out. So we actually have a second tree. We are lucky enough to have a basement, and we have a Christmas tree down there for the kids. Now I know not everyone has space for a second tree, but this is a really great way if you have space or if you have an old tree laying around. We did not go buy one. Ours is an old one that we had. It's like a little 4.5-foot one that was like $25 one year, and we've been using that one for quite a few years. This is where all of our special family ornaments go, my Harry Potter ornaments, my son's Star Wars ornaments, any special moment ornaments that we have or memorial ornaments, they all go on this tree. And the kids can decorate this whatever way they want. They pick up the ornaments, they put them exactly where they want on the tree, and it's their kind of special thing that they have decorated in the home. And when we go hang out in that area, they always know that they did that and they made that tree look really amazing. Now, if you don't have room for another big tree, you can use mini trees or maybe kind of like a potted plant tree. You can make your own from Dollar Tree, again, clicking that link and buying Christmas trees online. But you can do something on a smaller scale and maybe get some mini ornaments or even let the kids create some. But just anything that's an area where they can decorate and really be involved in the process is our bonus tip, because we know that kiddos really love the holiday season and we don't want them to feel left out. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found some of these tips helpful. If you have any holiday decorating tips, please let us know down below. This is the season where we need all the help we can get. We need tips to save us money and tips to make things go faster and easier, because we know as much as we love the holidays, they are bustling and they can get quite expensive and quite overwhelming as well. Also, make sure you check out the video in the playlist on the screen, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can become part of our YouTube family. Happy holidays!